super. So take a moment right now and allow your body to settle into the chair or the surface that you're lying on. Let your hands rest comfortably and allow my voice to guide you into that perfect state of relaxation that is right for you right now. If you like, you could already close your eyes, as when you close your eyes, it's a signal for your body to relax deeper and deeper and connect to that divine blueprint of health and happiness and well-being on all levels. You can also roll up your eyes as if you're looking into the sky through the top of your head. And as you do so, you can speak your own intention. The one that I am suggesting for now is, even if I don't know how, to relax deeply and rest completely, regenerate all parts of me to align with the divine. All I do know is it is so now, and I am fulfilled. I delete all that could stop me, and I download everything I need to do so now with grace and ease and joy and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is, so it shall be, or something even better. And my intention is that after relaxing so deeply, I shall wake up refreshed, aligned with the divine, and feeling wonderful. So allow your hands to rest comfortably. And if it feels right, now close your eyes in a way that you can feel the relaxation move through your eyelids. And the moment you close your eyes, you will notice how that wave of relaxation moves through your entire body, through every cell of your body, allowing you to let go of any tension, any discomfort or pain, any emotion, and just relax in a way that allows you to feel wonderful, deeper and deeper. And just notice that simple rhythm of your breathing. Every breath allowing you to relax even deeper now. And you know the deeper you relax, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you relax. And your only job right now is to relax. That's right. There's nothing you have to change. There's nothing you have to control. Just enjoy that quiet movement of your breath moving in and moving out, going deeper and deeper into that wonderful state of relaxation. And as you are here with me right now, something interesting can begin to happen. Because when the body becomes still, the mind often begins to wander into places where deeper understanding lives. And perhaps you can remember that every human being carries within them a very deep longing, the longing to belong, to feel that we have a place in this beautiful world, that we are welcome here, and that our presence makes sense somehow. And yet, for many women, there have been moments in our lives where that feeling became uncertain. Moments where being seen felt a little risky, a little unsafe. Moments where speaking openly or shining brightly seemed to disturb the balance around us. Sometimes those moments happen very early in life. A look from someone, a comment, a misunderstanding, a feeling of being too much, or perhaps not enough. And our nervous system, our bodies, are very intelligent. Your body is very intelligent. Your nervous system is very intelligent. It learns quickly. It learns how to protect us. It learns how to adapt, how to soften certain parts of ourselves, how to hold back certain thoughts, how to dim the brightness just enough so we can still feel connected to others. And at the time, those strategies were often very wise. They help us navigate the world. They help us stay safe. They help us belong in environments that may not yet understand the fullness of who we are. And now, something very interesting is happening. Because as we grow older, another part of us begins to wake up. A deeper part, a wiser part. A part that quietly begins to ask a different question. Not, how do I fit in? But who am I really? And that question begins to change everything. Because the moment we start asking that question, we begin to remember something that has always been true. That belonging was never meant to come from hiding, from making ourselves small. It was meant to come from being known. And you know yourself at a deep level. So tonight, I want to invite your mind to explore a gentle remembering, a healing remembering. You may not even have to try very hard. It may come easy for you. Your mind already knows how to do this. So just imagine for a moment a younger version of yourself. Perhaps a little girl. Perhaps 10 years old. Perhaps younger. Perhaps a little older. Notice where that little girl is. Notice how she stands, how she looks at the world around her. Before she learned to edit herself too much. Before she learned to worry about how she was perceived or how the future would work out. There was something so natural and beautiful about her. Something alive. A feeling of curiosity and awe. Maybe a certain sensitivity. Maybe a boldness. Maybe a softness. And in those early years, she probably didn't wake up wondering whether she belonged in the world. She simply assumed that she did. She laughed when something was funny. She asked questions when something was confusing. She expressed joy when something delighted her. Remember that. And somewhere along the way, the world may have become a little more complicated. Maybe someone misunderstood her energy. Maybe someone projected their fears onto her. Maybe someone tried to shape her into a form that felt smaller than her spirit. And so, a part of her stepped back. A part of her learned caution, learned awareness, learned how to read the emotional atmosphere in a room before speaking at a deeply unconscious level. And today, that part deserves respect because that part helped you navigate life. It helped you move through all those experiences that required strength. And yet, another part of you never disappeared. That original spark, that light never disappeared. It simply waited patiently for the moment when you would be ready to remember that it was always there. And perhaps now is one of those moments that you remember that light, that divine light. So imagine now that the woman you are today walks gently towards that younger version of yourself. You can see or sense her standing there, maybe curious, maybe a little cautious. So I invite you now to kneel down beside her and to look into her eyes. And there is a deep kindness in your gaze, the kind of kindness that only wisdom and love can bring. And perhaps you say something very simple to her. You might say something like, "You didn't do anything wrong." You might say something like, "There was never anything about you that needed to be hidden." You might say, "The world may not always have understood you, but that never meant that you were too much." And maybe you tell her something even more important. You tell her, "I love you. You belong here, in this world, exactly as you are. And it's time for you to feel safe in this world." And as that little girl hears those words, something inside her begins to soften and heal. Something begins to relax. Because a child does not need to earn belonging. She doesn't need to earn that love. A child simply needs to be welcomed. And as the two of you begin to stand up together, something beautiful happens. You begin walking forward side by side. The younger version of you and the woman you have become, that beautiful woman that you are, that strong and kind and loving and wise woman. And you begin to realize something that perhaps the mind had forgotten for a while. You do not have to choose between belonging and authenticity. True belonging happens when authenticity is allowed, when you stop negotiating your essence in order to feel safe. And maybe the body can begin to learn something new right now. The nervous system can begin to understand that visibility is not the same as when you were young. It's not the same as danger. Being seen does not automatically mean rejection. The world is larger than the few moments in life that taught you to hide. The world is vast. The world is beautiful, full of people who are ready to recognize the truth in others. And every time a woman allows herself to be seen, something shifts, not only in her own life, but in the emotional fabric of the world around her. Because visibility creates permission. Courage creates permission. Authenticity creates permission. And every time you show up more honestly in your life, someone else unconsciously receives the message that it is safe for them to do the same. And perhaps you begin to realize that belonging is not a prize that the world gives you after you prove yourself. Belonging is something deeper, something inherent, something that exists simply because you are alive, and you are alive right now. Your voice has a place in this world. Your perspective has a place in this world. Your presence has a place in this world, and you are welcome right here, right now. You are loved, you are cherished, and you are chosen. And somewhere out there are people who will understand you in ways that others could not. Conversations that will feel like recognition. Moments that will feel like home, just like you are at home in your body. And the more you allow yourself to be visible, the easier it becomes for those moments to find you, like now. And now I'd like to invite you to travel forward in time. not far, perhaps a few moments and months from now, perhaps a year, and your unconscious mind will know exactly the right distance, the most appropriate moment. Imagine you are stepping into a version of your life where something has quietly but unmistakably shifted. You walk into a room, perhaps a room you know, perhaps somewhere new, and you notice that you are breathing differently, a little deeper, a little fuller. And there is a steadiness in your body that wasn't always there, a groundedness, a comfortable feeling, as though your feet understand that they are allowed to be exactly where they are. And someone in that room turns towards you. Maybe it's someone you know well. Maybe it's someone you are only just beginning to know. And they look at you. They really look at you. And there is something in their eyes that you recognize. Not pity, not judgment, recognition. The quiet, unmistakable sense that they see you, that they are glad that you are here, that they honor you. And notice what that feels like in your body. Where do you feel it? In your chest, perhaps? In the softening of your shoulders, in the depth of your breath? In the way that your face relaxes when you no longer need to manage how you are being perceived? Because in this version of your life, you have stopped performing safety. You have stopped editing yourself at the door. You arrived fully, all parts of you, and the room held you. And there is a conversation happening. Maybe it's around a table. Maybe it's in a quiet corner somewhere. And you're speaking, not performing, not explaining yourself, not carefully measuring every word before it leaves your lips. You're simply speaking straight from your heart, from that original, authentic place inside of you, that part that always knew what it thought and always knew what it felt and that it was safe to do so. And the people around you notice. They are leaning in. They want to hear what you're saying, not because what you said was something perfect, but because they can feel that what you are saying is real. And real things have a quality that perfect things never quite manage. Real things land. Real things connect. And there is a moment in that conversation, you will know when it comes, when someone says something back to you and you feel it settle inside of you like a key turning in a lock. Not a dramatic moment, quiet moment, just like now. The kind that changes things not because it was loud, but because it was true. And in that moment, you understand something that perhaps your mind has been slowly learning for a long time. That being seen is safe. Not always, not by everyone, but here, in this version of your life, by these people, in this moment, it is safe. Completely safe. And you belong here, not because you earned it, not because you performed well enough or explained yourself clearly enough or managed your edges carefully enough. You belong here because you showed up as yourself. And yourself was exactly what was needed. So take a slow, long, full breath and let that land. And now allow that scene to gently dissolve. And notice that the feeling remains, that feeling of safety. The feeling travels with you because it always lived inside of you. That moment simply gave it permission to step forward. And your nervous system is filing this away right now, learning it, storing it as evidence, evidence that visibility is survivable and thrivable, evidence that authenticity is magnetic, evidence that belonging does not require you to be less of yourself. It asks you to be more in the most gentle and relaxing way. And from this moment forward, you may begin to notice small things changing. A moment where you speak and don't immediately wish you hadn't. A room where you settle in a little more quickly than before. A conversation where you feel that quiet pleasure of being genuinely known. These moments will come, not all at once, but steadily, like returning warmth, like returning home. Because the truth is, you don't need to fight for belonging anymore. You can just allow it. And you recognize that the world is wide enough to hold your uniqueness. It needs your uniqueness. The world is wide enough to hold your story, wide enough to hold the gifts that you bring. So take another slow, deep breath and let that knowing sink even deeper into your mind, deeper into your heart, deeper into every cell of your body. You're safe now. You belong in this world. You belong in your life. And the more you allow yourself to be seen, the more that belonging naturally grows around you. And when you're ready, gently bring your awareness back to the room, back to the feeling of the chair or the surface beneath you, and back to that quiet presence of the women around you. And when it feels right, you can slowly open your eyes, bringing back with you everything that serves you, that calm certainty, and knowing that you always have a place in this world and you are loved and you are cherished and you are chosen.